What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ADA today, Cardano. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It's been a little while since we talked about Cardano. It hasn't really gone anywhere in a little while. 58 cents is the price. It's the 7th of July. We got about 7 hours left in the day, 6 days left in the week, right? 7 hours here. The weekly time frame says 8 hours, but really we've got 7 hours left in the day here. It looks like we've got a triple bottom going on right now. I'm not relying on this to be a triple bottom, though. Triple bottoms oftentimes do not actually hold up well. They can. I mean, hell, look at this. You had a low right there, a low right there, and a low right. That was a triple bottom that worked out there. In all fairness, you actually have seen that before. Here, you had a little triple bottom. It did work out, actually. Triple top did not work out. You actually went higher, right? I guess Cardano might be the exception here. Maybe it does like triple bottoms. We're going to look at the short-term stuff and see how low we're going to go, how low we can go. At this point, I don't have a whole lot of hope that you do hold 51 cents of support, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. If you don't, what's very typical with these triple bottoms is that they look like this. They establish themselves. As long as this holds up, right? It creates this psychology in your head. As long as this holds up, it's fine. But if it breaks through there, this thing's going to zero. But then right there, that's where the support is. Because if you look back, you look to the left here, right? Prior resistance right there, prior support right there, prior resistance right there. I mean, it makes sense to go just a little bit lower, just a little bit. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, we'll look at the 1 hour time frame. 58 cents now, volatile. Kind of looks like H-bar on the 1 hour time frame, but looking like you're moving down here. 1 hour RSI, looking like it wants to move down. Yes, I think so. How much lower are you going to go? I don't know if I want to draw these. Let's draw this fib. I feel confident with this one, but it might not tell us the whole story, just part of it. Low to high, down to the golden ratio, up to the 236. Interesting. Okay, so this, I will say, with this kind of maneuver, I'm a little bit more optimistic that you don't even go below 56 cents, but it could happen. Typically speaking, whenever you get a golden ratio bounce, you get above the 382, you don't really return back below the golden ratio. But also typically, first reaction you bounce, second reaction you break through. So if you were to get down to this golden ratio, I wouldn't expect a double bottom off of this. I would expect you to go through at least to 55 cents, if not 54 cents. So okay, that's a little bit better than I was thinking. Maybe the triple bottom holds up. I mean, after all, we've seen 2 of them hold up so far. Cardano seems to like them, so that's okay. For now, let's just call it a 55 to 54 and a half cent endeavor that I would anticipate. Okay, I want to look. Let's see what would that do from the current price. That's not that bad. Yeah, I could see that happening. I could definitely see that, especially if Bitcoin finds support around 107, 106K. Yeah, that's really not an impossible assignment there. 4 hour time frame, bullish overall on the 4 hour RSI. You're just not doing anything though, man. Right? You're not getting oversold, which is great. You're getting toward the overbought zone, which is nice, but you're not getting in there. Why not? You've got these reasons to go higher. Why don't you take that? Why don't you do something with that? You're not doing it. That makes me a little bit skeptical. Not in the long term, just in the short term, right? 60, finding resistance here at areas that you found resistance before. Got oversold here. At least went down to the 35 here. I would think that we've got a little bit lower to go, but something like this, again, I think that lines up very well with the idea that we do find a higher low relative to this here. So 55, 54 cents. I like it. I like it so far. I'm with it. I could definitely see that happening. Finding support here as you have been, and then continue to run finally. I mean, you're in this kind of ascending triangle, aren't you? Like a higher. I'm not drawing the best line, but that was actually pretty good for me. If you watch the channel, I struggle with straight lines. Little blemish here, right? Whenever I learned technical analysis, they said it's not an ascending triangle if you get a blemish, right? You're not supposed to have that. It's supposed to be very perfect, but I've seen it enough times, man, where you get these little blemishes, and sometimes it invalidates the pattern. Most of the time, it really doesn't matter, right? If it looks like a triangle, it walks like a triangle. It probably behaves like a triangle. With that being said, though, bullish patterns, which this seems to be, do not perform as well in bearish trends, which this seems to be. So don't get your feelings hurt if we break down. We probably won't find a low here, right? Because we won't have a triple bottom. There's no such thing as a quadruple bottom, right? Maybe find momentary support, but then you'd go lower. But again, worst case scenario, what? You're going to like 44 cents. From here, that's a big drop, and that in itself kind of actually makes me second guess that thought, right? Because what, 44 cents? if Cardano drops 23%, man, I mean, the rest of the market's gonna. If this thing, right, if this thing's in the top 15, top 10, whatever it is right now, and it drops 23%, God help the rest of the freaking altcoins. But hey, running with this idea, wouldn't it just be a perfectly inline kind of low right here? I mean, hey, it could happen. Not saying that it does. You know, also another thing, if you take this look here, and you run with these lower lows here, doing this, coming down and not hitting that trend line where it looks like you're going to inevitably go to it, but you don't, that's called a partial decline. And that's actually a good thing. It's actually a bullish thing. Right? It's like you're supposed to get there, psych though, psych to the bears. Anytime you psych out the bears, bullish. Anytime you psych out the bulls, bearish, right? So, and that's kind of what we've done here with the 4-hour RSIs. I feel like we've done a lot of psyching of the bulls here. But let's move on, okay? Lower prices make sense. At the moment, I'm not really expecting anything too much below 54 cents. But again, if we return to these lows, understand 50 cents, 51 cents will not hold. It will not, okay? I can't promise you anything, but I don't think I've ever seen a quadruple bottom in my life. And you would come down here, that would effectively be a quadruple bottom. So no, I don't think that's going to happen. Let's take, I want to look at the weekly time frame, actually. I'm going to take this low. We're going to go to this high. Come on now, there we go. Triple bottom at the golden ratio too, bro. I don't know. I might believe in miracles here. That actually, damn. And you've got a history with these triple bottoms working out, honestly. 2 times. I mean, it's not like a wild history, but I mean, hell, this could be a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. It's not the prettiest thing, but triple bottoms are also known for being ugly, though yours have been rather beautiful, I must say. Anyways, yeah, I would very much doubt that you get below 44 cents. But again, if we were to go down there, man, the rest of the market, oi. What would that mean for Bitcoin? Like if Cardano's dropping 20%, Bitcoin would drop 10%, right? At least. Oi. It could happen. It could happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I doubt that it does. Let's look at the liquidation map real quick. Let's just see what we're doing here because we moved down a little bit. Longs are piling in as we're going lower. Shorts are also piling in. People are upping the ante. There's definitely more longs than shorts, though, in the overall space, right, between Binance, OKX, and Bybit, some large leverage exchanges. What's Bybit doing, or Binance doing here? Oh, there's a lot of longs. We're about to clear out some longs, you guys. Oh, yeah, we're probably going to push through 1700 a little bit here. I might have to take a pause on making videos after this one just to mess with things. Weekly RSI is super bullish. The more you zoom out, the more bullish it gets. Absolutely. This is a phenomenal. You couldn't ask for a better RSI. I mean, maybe, doing stuff like this is better than these deeper kind of retracements down here, but whatever. Your next move up will likely get you into the overbought zone. Do you guys remember what happened the last 2 times that you got overbought this cycle? I remember. It was nothing shy of a glorious freaking move, man. I mean, most cryptos are they're in a horizontal phase like this. They're just like this, but or should I say a parallel phase, but they're horizontal or even slanted downwards, right? They might be like just as large, but like slanted downwards. This is bullish, absolutely. Cardano is very bullishly charged, and why wouldn't it be? Yeah, I think you're going to see new all-time highs, absolutely, this cycle. Anybody who thinks Cardano's not going to see new all-time highs, I think those people are crazy. Don't listen to those people. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Okay, 57.9 cents right here. 57.9. I highly doubt that you stop at 622. I would think Cardano, because you have outperformed the average coin, I would think you see $15 by the end of this cycle. Do you know how much of a market cap that would be? Actually, I don't actually, but I'm pretty sure it's hundreds of billions. It might even be pushing $1 trillion. Let's see. We're at what, number 10 on the market cap, which means number 1 or number 9 actually if we take out USDT. They should take out USDT, man. We're gonna look back and be like, I was around whenever USDT was included, when stablecoins were included in the market cap count for crypto. Like, that's so dumb. Do we include dollar bills? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Coin market cap has updated so many things. You'd think they'd get with the program. I think they should have a separate, like how they have all these cryptocurrencies, DEX, they should here. Where are they? Do they have anything for stablecoins? They should just have something for stablecoins on the side. If you want to look at that stuff, you can, right? I think that's important demographics of crypto. We should be aware of what the market caps of each stablecoins are, what the dominance is, right? People pay attention to Bitcoin dominance. They should pay attention to stablecoin dominance, actually. I think both, absolutely both. But I'm getting away from, I'm talking about other things, man. Let's get back to this. $20.5 billion, 25x. 20.5 billion. So a 10x is 200 billion. 20x is 400 billion. 400, and it's basically 500 billion, right? Right? Or 450 billion. 450, I think, right? 450. No. It's like 410. Okay, so 410. Am I doing that right? I think I'm doing that right. 410 billion at a 20x. Add 5. It's like, well, like 500, 600 billion, probably. 5 to 600 billion dollars. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I think Cardano deserves that market cap. Will it get there just because I think it deserves that? No. Who am I to say that, right? But yeah, I think we could see a 5 to 600. It's in the United States crypto reserve, strategic reserve. There's probably going to be other cryptos or other countries that adopt it for its reserves as well. If not, whatever. But no, if and I shouldn't say if, when Donald Trump removes capital gains tax from American-made cryptos, this thing is going to be very attractive, not just to American investors, but investors all around the world, just on the speculation alone, man. Like, it's absolutely, I think, going to $15 by the end of the cycle, if not higher. Now, this is where things get a little bit, let's say, crazy, right? Could we go to $30 or more? We're pushing over $1 trillion market cap at this point. I think this cycle will produce not just Bitcoin, not just Ethereum, but I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, maybe even one other. There could be 3, 4, maybe 5 different altcoins, or I should say 5 different cryptos in total, including Bitcoin. So 4 altcoins at the most that will be around, if not above, $1 trillion, right? So like deep into the hundreds of billions of dollars. And Cardano is definitely positioned well for that, in my opinion. But time will tell. I got nothing else for you guys. I'm thinking $15 by the end of the cycle. Absolutely, at a bare ass minimum, I would think $10. But you've been outperforming the market so far. Why would you underperform from here? I think that you will continue to grow, and especially whenever that United States no capital gains on U.S. Crypto, U.S. made cryptos comes out. I think that'll help give this thing a boost. Hit the like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.